the question was for you lot was like, as men, and we'll land on it, is like, how do you feel like you can support women? And I do feel like I hear the conversation a lot where people have the perception you had where it's like they feel like the sexier girls or the girls that are exposing more are the ones getting the attention. Even though I do feel like some of the sexier girls are super talented, then there's other people that they may argue that are mediocre, but because she looks good, she gets light and she gets attention. That's a real thing too, because it's easy.
It's reality.
You didn't even mean to, but all you have to do is put on a little skin-tight clothes or leggings and you get bare attention. And people see that as a play and they play into it. But I think as men, if you feel like there's a certain type of artist you appreciate that may not be in that realm, what do you like? Are you supporting her? Maybe not particularly you guys, what? Do you get me? Are you supporting those females so they can have a moment? I feel like what we said about Sims as well, she's having that moment where you feel like the support is being shown now because she's at the forefront and she's really leading the pack, being her, not feeding into like...
Yes.
And I don't mind the sexy thing as well, because I love it too, but not feeding into that narrative and not sexualizing herself. But I feel like a lot of men say that, oh, I like this girl, I like the Rhapsody, I like the conscious girl, but you lot don't support it.
They don't listen to her.
Right.
Thank you very much.
So
as men, what are you...
reality.
That's the
It's not
question of
reality.
it that was put into... As men, what do you do to support the females you like?
All right, okay, so I think, because I grew up, a lot of us grew up on hip-hop culture. So I grew up in hip-hop culture. I'm watching videos on MTV Base when I'm a youth, and that is actually conditioning me to think in a certain way. And even when I look at some of the A&Rs who were making that music, I'm gonna look at some of the producers. I don't want to go too deep into it. Yeah. But who those people are translates into their art. So we were essentially taught by people who were moving mad, all sorts of mad. And then you grow up and you try and like get out of that way of thinking. And I think because it was done at a mass market level, you have people that say things that they think is the right thing to say. So they might say, yeah, we like Rhapsody, why don't we have more raps? Okay, when's the last time you went to a Rhapsody concert? When's the last time you actually bought merch from Rhapsody? Name me 5 songs.
Yeah.
And it's like... It's
the post on Instagram.
It's what they're... But it's like what... Because people are feeling pressure to say what they think they should say versus what the uncomfortable, unfair reality. Because there's an uncomfortable, unfair reality. If someone looks a certain way, like I've got a mate who looks a bit like Declan Rice. If he raps, people are like, that looks like Declan Rice. It goes viral. Cool. Yeah. He was blessed with that face. There we go. Happy days. Like, there are things that just aren't fair. And I think sometimes we're uncomfortable with the reality of the fact that certain things just aren't fair. It's just...
And people don't talk about what's not fair.
And it's reality. What's not fair is reality. And because we're navigating this music industry where it is a business, if you know... Like, I'm a Christian, I have my principles, I have my faith. But I understand the difficulty. If that's your life, your business and what you do, and you know that you can make this video doing X, Y, or Z and get 5 million views, hypothetically, that's gonna be a wrestle. It's not as easy as just like...
You get me? Just quickly
It's
get in the gym clothes and that. Yeah, start doing a couple stretches and that. What's going on, TikTok?
It's reality things, innit, no?
Viral.
Davo, I want to hear your input though on this. Like, how do you feel like you make space for women in the industry, whether that's like your artist friends or just women that you may be fans of? Like,
But see, with me, some female artists are my top 5 artists in life. You know, I've got Aaliyah up there. Yeah, that's one of my favourite artists, Aaliyah. But yeah, in general, man, I've always loved female artists for the actual, the art. You know what I mean? Yeah, for the art, like, man, where do we start? It's Queen Latifah, MC Light, like Eve, like boy, like there's too many, and like and within the steam, Cristale, Miss Banks, I like Little Sims. There's just so many, even Shiesty, man, she used to like do a little thing, man. Like,
cold.
There's few, man, like I've always held them up high and always wanted to work with them. Yeah.
I feel that support. And I feel like even us working together was you making space.
Yes.
Because you don't have to reach out to me and get a girl on your track. You could keep in a man. And it felt like that. It felt genuine. So I think that's even making space, getting you know, it might be so simple, but just even featuring a newer generation to younger female in a song, like, I felt like the love was both ways, so...
Yeah.
I agree
appreciate
as
you.
well. When I did that cypher, the Wingstop one,
Yes.
and it was a grime cypher. And I'm not necessarily, as I said before, one of the first freestyles I put on YouTube, 2 of them were to a grind beat. But it's been years since then, so no one really recognises me from my pockets or understands that that's in my blood. That's in my blood. Still go there. I never left there. That's my blood. I've had to tweak what I know how to do within myself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? To fit the norms of musical society or whatever not. But when I was up on that stage, there was me and Mimi Monroe, the 2 girls on the stage. And all of the mandem on the stage made sure that they made space for us every single time. Whenever it felt like it was too long, every time it was just like, it might have been too long or like 2 man might have spit. I'm getting a look back from D-double, like, you make sure you better go next, you know? Like,
I love that.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Chip was over
there.
there.
Those are the things that matter.
Scorcher pushing me forward. Frisco, like, just do your thing. Like, don't be scared, don't be shy. We're mandem us, we're doing it for time. But you got space here. This is
old school.
Do you get what I mean?
The older generation like that as well, yeah.
I think as well, like, for example, like me, like in the gospel space, like there is like artists that I work with, and I think the first artist that I worked with in that space, obviously the song ain't come out yet, was a girl called Chantal Rotundo. She goes off on TikTok and
vocally, she's mad.
Do you know what I mean? And she's cold.
She's a gospel artist as well.
Yeah. And I think for me, because obviously she's like on the come up, obviously I've done music and I'm here now and it's kind of thing. Some people were like, right, you sure you want to do that move? And I was thinking,
yeah.
And I'm thinking, right. It made me look at them a bit funny, because I'm thinking, right, like, is it because it's a girl or is it because of like where she is? Because both of them are equally bad, do you get what I'm saying? I didn't listen to her anyway, and I've got 3 songs with her, do you get what I'm saying? They ain't come out yet, but it's because like you're cold, like you said, like I'm not gonna like hype up something I don't like, do you get what I'm saying? But what? That was amazing.
I love
do you know what I mean? And I reached out to her, she didn't reach out to me. Do you get what I'm saying? And I had no shame at all.
That's needed.
Nah, it's needed, man, it's needed. And I think like men, like worldwide, I think like sometimes we get caught up in the mandem section sometimes, but people like Double, yourself, like the stuff that you guys do is amazing. Like telling these lot coming forward, and I think, wow, that's big. We would, back in my day when I used to see the grime sets, I didn't see any women.
Even with Bliss, every time I post something on Twitter, you can check my retweets. It's all with Bliss's name is under like probably every single post that I've done on Twitter for like the past 6 months.
It's cold. If I can
even if it's the same song over and over again, just done in a different video, man's reposting it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But it's stuff like that we need in the industry, and it's not just a man-woman thing. It's a older, younger thing. It's a man-woman thing. It's a people thing. Just like support, like. Bank said something earlier about like, yeah, people think it's neeky to show love. 100% it's neeky to show love, it's neeky to try, it's neeky to work hard.
It's neeky, everything to be cringe
sneaky,
until it busts, until it works.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.